Come on, come on. All right, we're live. We're live, people. Let's share this stream first. I know the event is right now, but trust me, this is for the future. So we gotta finish this. We gotta finish this campaign. I know it's gonna be hard, but trust me, this is worth it. This is actually showcasing we have, well, you could say like better writing, but actually that we love COD and we want it to be great. And so, hey Shuni, how's it going? Let me just get, because it's real fucking hot. There we go. I see you too. All right. We are gonna finish this campaign. Activation, Infinity Ward. If you're watching this, if you want this campaign, because I've been writing the details, I'm just showcasing the general in the streams, but I've been detailing the campaign. So if you want the story, you gotta contact me. Wrong time to stream, I know, but hey, the event's gonna last 2 hours, and for the description of it, it seems the same as the Know Your History one. So I can actually do that one at any time. Anyways, I'm watching this event. Yeah, thank you, Shuni. Thank you. All right, so if you guys want the story, you gotta contact me. We'll make a deal. But let's get to the story right away. Let's actually make a recap, because the original COD Ghosts story has huge plot holes. I understand what they were going for, but that Academy writer just didn't know what he was doing. He doesn't know COD, so I'm assuming that's why he messed up big time. Screw up everything. Yes. Well, I can't connect to the server, so. Anyways, quick recap of the story we have right now. We created 5 missions explaining the backstory of how the Ghosts and the other faction that is a wolf pack are created. Because they are created out of necessity, we put everyone in an event in the Middle East. I put Syria over there just as an example. That a government trying to control their population could actually make an ally on the Islamic terrorists in order for them to make an alliance and take control of most of the Middle East. You know, in that region, it's not the first time that it has actually happened. I mean, you have Hussein with Kuwait, Iran. After the battle, Israel is another one. They have several attempts of other countries trying to invade them and trying to take over their territory that was designed by the UK and enforced by the US. So there's examples in history of Middle Eastern countries trying to take over other Middle Eastern countries in order for them to actually gain more power. So we created 5 missions explaining the backstory of why they were created, how they all met, the relationship between them, and just a quick recap of the last stream. We created 3 missions on the Ghost and the Wolf Pack in action. 2 of the Ghosts and 1 of the Wolf Pack. Actually, I was going to say that I added a detail that we see Elias and Rourke on a park watching Hesh and Logan play with other kids, and the kids treat Rourke like Uncle Rourke, having that dynamic. Because if you're going to put Elias and Rourke as enemies, it's not just like, oh, I dropped him because he was too heavy on the chopper. Like, that's not enough steam to actually, yeah, and that's not enough things to actually have a rage against the Lions. That's more so the situation that, hey, um, it doesn't. It's like, oh shit, it's like, yeah, let me go. I'll find you over here. Like, but no, nobody thought about it. See, that's your Academy writer. I know he has written a lot of good movies, but Call of Duty is different. Oh, yeah, I understand. Well, let's go. Let's go. Um, I'm gonna actually add one more mission because it's actually very possible that when Murray goes in and tells Elias and Rourke, "Hey, um, we have a hostage situation in Eastern Europe. They're called in, and they rescue. You go in as ghosts. That's the first mission as you as ghosts, and you have your silenced weapons. We can discuss the weapons after this stream. But hey, um, silenced weapons. We can discuss it later. Um, his arm shoulder would dislocate. At least yes. Um, but hey, um, one thing that we can do is that this rescue mission is like stealth, and in the end, it's like boom, boom. Like we're going out, like, oh, they're trying to stop us, pum, pum, pum. But Wolfpack is in position to actually not only hold the LC but provide sniper support. So that could actually work because Keegan would say, "You're out of my sniping view," and like, boom, like, yeah, but Wolfpack snipers are never out of view. Like a chime in is like, those sneaky bastards. So that's your first. You rescued. You have some intel of this organization. Well, this terrorists that were like trying to prove themselves to another organization, and you have intel to at least one of the locations of Raleigh. That's when this village thing, this small town, and then you send in the wolf pack to take out the airport, and then you go in as a ghost, halo jump, do the mission, extract intel. But this guy in the CIA wanted it to just JDAM instead of collecting intel. That starts a riff with Rourke, like saying, "Hey, what's wrong with this thing?" And with this guy, and Elias has to step in just to calm him down because he doesn't want rifts between CIA and Ghost or the whole jeopardize the whole mission actually. So it was like, "Oh, you're taking sides." It's like, "No, I'm not taking sides. I'm just trying to calm you down because we don't know what we're up against." Anyway, the intel that Rourke extracts from that actually is going to generate his well, his goodbye mission in a sense of way. Um, Academic caps. Uh, Intel from the one major player. Let's put it this way: the one major player of this whole organization is stationed on a house on the ledge. So instead of going in with full force, uh, you go in as almost like ghosts, but like timing. It's like Ghost and Wolfpack work together, but first it's like, oh, you sneaky, sneaky, sneaky ghost getting in, and because patrol went out of the house, like patrolling outside, and sneaky ghosts get in, but the patrol is coming back, so Wolfpack has to actually come in. Or well, not Wolfpack, but most sort of like Apaches in their gun run, or more. No, wait. Let me write this one. You get more intel in the last mission. The one major player is hiding on a house on near a ledge. You go in as the ghost, and filtrate compound and do capture the guy, but you find out that the guy was killed. The guy was just a recruiter for a shadow organization. There it is. A shadow organization. Many people are going to think, it's the shadow company. Oh my god, the shadow company on Ghosts now. Modern Warfare Ghosts. Like, no. Got them. Anyways, if we put this like sneaky, or we can put it like they climb the ledge and they just, you know, get inside the house, take out with silent their weapons and actually their style. Because remember, Ghost has to be sneaky, and even if they get captured, there's no flags, no tags that indicate that they're from the United States. There's a black op operation, so and might be PMCs, because remember PMCs don't have their tags of nationality. They're just plain clothes. They might have like a patch of a symbol indicating that they're from a private company, but that's all. So you go in and it's like getting intel, and hey, there's a patrol the patrol is coming back. You better get hunked down until the Warhawk comes in. Straight from with its Gatling gun, and then drops a cluster just to take it out. And that's what actually happens. This, thank you. I might need. You just hold it. It's like they arrive with their miniguns and their vehicles, and you start shooting at them, and then it's like the Warhawk comes in and brrr, and then drops the cluster bomb on them, like. But that weakens the ledge, and some explosions. Well, not explosions, but like the explosion of the cluster bomb actually damaged the structure and damaged the ledge. To the point that you have to like get out. So a Blackhawk is coming in order for them to actually grab until the rope ladder. I would just climb in or grab onto the rope, but because the structure is damaged, the destruction of Verdansk. Yeah, I knew it. It's gonna be like a fucking event like no history. Anyways. So what happens? It's like Elias gets it to the rope and tries to reach for Rourke that is holding onto something, but he mistimed it, and Well, no, let's actually write this real quick. Those have to hold their position and Warhawk center strike run. And the house causing it to fall apart. The Blackhawk rescues the ghost. But this is what I was thinking. Um, I was thinking that this guy on of the CIA actually sends another missile just to finish the. It's like get the hell out of there. There's a missile incoming. So it's almost like Elias tries to reach work, but the missile just comes in and the Black Hawk moves. So it's like they miss. And even though Elias is like, shit, and so Rourke, because he jumped to reach Elias, is like, because the helicopter moves, like, they missed. And Rourke falls. And in order to put it like believable that he is safe in a way, it's like he has a parachute, like small one. Uh, it flinches and they just miss. Yes, but he has like a small parachute in order to withstand, like for at least slow down the fall, and he falls into the river. But because the debris is coming from the ledge, you're like, I don't think he survived. It's like search and rescue, and like, but we gotta get the hell out of here first, and then we send search and rescue. So you go in, and everybody is pissed at the CIA guy. The general that is over there in the army says, "You're a relief of command because we have seen your actions." Because we can put it as a young CIA guy that is hot headed, that thinks that because he's CIA, everything he does is cool when it's not, because there's lives at stake. It actually serves as a way to showcase that I'm above the law because I am in this organization. Is like, no, making it probable He is dead. Search and rescue is sent after the ghosts and wolf pack arrive to base. You find nothing. And you stop looking. Yeah, almost. But here's the point, Shuni. If you actually consider this, that miss, and he falls, and even though he has a parachute, but debris falls, and it's like shit. They're like, oh, we gotta move on because we're detected by sensors. Like, boom, boom. So you have to run. And then once they arrive, like you send full search and rescue for him. It's like we found nothing. Mm, it hurts. It hurts towards the group. And then Elias goes back home and tells Hesh and Logan that Uncle Rourke is not coming back. You form it's like that emotional sense, like shit, Uncle Rourke is gone. That would actually hurt in a way. And his kids would be what 5 years later. Let's put it that they're like, mm, I don't know, in their 20s. Like Hesh is 22 or no 23, and Logan is 21. Yeah, it's just like when he said, "Your father leaves him meant to die." Yeah, he's meant to die. Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, we can put it, but like time passes, or more so that their mother just because of the frustration of Elias on the passing of Rourke, him living to the expectation of being like Rourke, the ghost leader. Now, uh, it's like it weighs heavy. He spends more time on base, not enough with the kids. We can put that the mother leaves and the kids grow up with their father because not only because of their connection with their father to the military, but because Rourke was for them like an uncle. So it would actually mean that they stand by their father. They could put it like they visit their mom now and then. So it would be that would be an interesting one. Um, let's let's continue. Let's put it that Hesh and Logan 20 oh fuck 23 and 21 respectively are now in the military. Let's put it during the Navy SEAL training. So they're trying to be with the unit of their father, or at least in the wolf pack. Um, we can actually put because if you remember Shuni in the campaign, there was this guy that just showed up for 2 missions. named Kick. Um, I'm actually thinking that Kick could be a buddy of them, but had an affair because the father is away, so they feel sort of restrained, betrayed by her. Maybe that's too much. Kind of, because then we're diving into territory that could actually potentially. I mean, I know it. There's cases that it has happened, truly. I'm not gonna lie. That the wife cheats on the husband cheats on the wife while the wife and the husband are away. So, mm, I think I think not. It's more so like uh, one of the YouTubers that criticized one of the franchises that I like of fighting games, Bloody Roar. He said, "Show, don't tell." And actually, if we showcase it, it's gonna hurt the story. So instead of that, it's more so these boys are grown up. They only know their father, and in short dialogue is like, "What about their mother?" They visit their mother now and then after the divorce. Let's put it like that. Just simple. They divorce. Blah blah. No details. Because if we dive too much, then it's not the story of the ghost. It's the story of a family within the ghosts. And so they're doing their SEAL training. They hope to be selected uh, to the Ghosts or Wolf Pack. Um, I mean, they know their father, but they still have to make the tests. We can put. Let's actually put. Hessian and playing with their friend known as Kick. Yeah, let's put Kick like their childhood friend. Kick 22. Like the three of them are Navy SEALs, and that hit the fan hard. Yeah, but we can add the friend. It's not that present, but still. Um, then you have a mission of them, just three in a unit. They have to collect intel. Let's say they have to go to the Middle East and actually do a raid, but as Navy SEALs, not as ghosts. Um, they're sent to do a raid to a. Let's put it ISIL. To raid to an ISIL known town. And they do it with ease and come out with intel of this organization that Elias encountered. Um, in 5 years. No, that would be 20 years ago. God damn it. Years ago. Let's just fix the ages later on. um, years ago when Rourke went MIA because they couldn't find the body. The three of them are recruited to the Ghosts. I love it. Yeah. They're recruited to the Ghosts. Enjoying Merrick. Well, their father's squad is Merrick, so their father's squad. All right. So they do one mission, get to know how the chemistry between the three, and this time we actually make Logan speak. God damn it, that silent protagonist thing. If everybody's speaking to you and your protagonist is silent, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Um, that I think the thing that appealed the most, and that's why Treyarch games started to do it more and more and more and more, was the thing that the protagonist was starting to speak. You saw it on Black Ops 2. You didn't saw it in Advanced Warfare, but you saw it in Black Ops 3, and everybody liked the protagonist talking in a good story. Um, we saw it again with Infinite Warfare. Captain Reyes. You his lines were spoken even though you were him in first person. What I actually like that Infinity Ward actually did better than Treyarch. The From gameplay to cutscene, it was so smooth, much more smoother than Black Ops. Hello, Awfully Irish. We're almost in the midst of getting the point where Rourke comes back. What the hell happened? All right. So we actually Gerard Thomas. Who is it? Is it Gerard or is it Thomas? Anyways, next mission, because it's their first mission as Ghost. The intel, we can actually point it out that it is instead of Brazil. Hey Tom, I understand why Brazil, because Federation and everything, but I would put it in Venezuela. So, like the intel points out to a remote area of Venezuela. Why Venezuela? Well, if you remember, Venezuela has a problem with this terrorist organization, military terrorist organization called Las FARC. Las FARC has been, well, it is not confirmed, but there's many rumors that that organization actually works with the Venezuelan government. There's no relation towards it, but that's the rumors. But still, it is an organization. We can actually put it like so that it is plausible. So like this organization is trying to recruit members, or at least recruit everybody of Las FARC towards them. And you're like, why is that? So we have to go in and investigate in this remote area. And once you arrive like there in secret, it's like, oh, the Venezuelan government also knows, and they're working with the Colombian army as well in order to actually raid this place. But they let the ghosts go in first because they have no tax, so Las FARC cannot go ape shit and attacking the population. They cannot assume that it's because they speak English. So no patches. They just have the mask. So Intel points out to a remote area in Venezuela, and they go in to raid the place and get intel and get more intel on this organization. Then one code name pops out, and it makes the rest of the ghosts be surprised. What code name? The old code name that Rourke had. It's like, I don't know, but this, I don't know. Let's put it. What code name could it be? Spectre 1-1. I don't know, but this guy, called Spectre, is the one that's starting to recruit us. And it's like Spectre. We're like, wait, how does he look? And it's like, I don't know. He has a bandana on his head. Like, why? It's like American. He uses a bandana. I don't know much more. It's like, ooh, is he talking about Rourke? But you're surprised because then there's an ambush of, let's say, yeah, Las FARC attacks the complex because they were assaulted, so they just call reinforcements. And so, in a sense of way, like you're waiting for air support. Wolfpack comes in with Apaches and Black Ops just to pick you guys up and leave the rest to the Venezuelan and Colombian army that are approaching. You take hostages and take the credit while they just take the intel. You know? Complex N comes in for a hot extraction. Then Venice. Armies jump in and take prisoners. Take credit of the raid, and the Ghost and Wolfpack get the intel. Organization, because you don't know the name of this organization. You're like, how long will we be on the stream for? How long do you have, Shuni? We're gonna be at least, it's 40 minutes. I think about an hour because you want to leave something for the continuation. So it's like what you got right now is that this guy, is going to be in. How long do you have? You got forever. I don't know. I think an hour more. Because we gotta finish the general idea, and then, Saturday I can actually make a recap of it, of what we have, and then we go in and discuss multiplayer. And the first thing that we're gonna discuss is multiplayer weapons. But anyways, let's continue. So you got intel and this. I finished my work earlier for this. Nice. So now that you have intel that this guy may possibly in a location, and like, okay, so he's near here. Now you have the possibility to actually, he's in a refinery. Let's put it this: you find that the recruiting guy is in an oil factory on Brazil. No, it's in a factory. In the hidden is in a hidden factory of Brazil. You might like Brazil has a shit ton of young gold, so a hidden factory in Brazil. You go in. This could be the callback to the mission where they find out that the Federation is building Loki. Over here, you can actually find that it's a big factory, like hidden in the jungle, that is producing weapons. You go in and find out that this factory is producing weapons and tanks. And you're like, oh, wait a minute. It's like this tanks aren't for the Brazilian army or for any other army. It's like these are advanced tanks. And you check the design, and they could be the oh. Yeah, they can be the Merkava tank. Tell me it is in service. Merkava tank. Tell me it is in service still. Yeah, it's in service. Yay! Yeah, so we can actually put it like that. That they're producing Merkava tanks, and you're like, but wait a minute, this is Middle Eastern design. Like, how the hell did they get their hands on it? So you start to connect the dots, and it's like the Federation. Merkava tanks. It all points out to a shadow organization that calls themselves the Federation. Why the Federation? It's like who it is. Well, it is composed of terrorist organizations that are called the Federation, because it's going to be their rule in several areas. So they're like working together. You like put several terrorist organizations working together in specific areas in order for them to actually take over the governments. So it would actually mean like, oh yeah, it would actually make sense. And because they got one of the elite soldiers that is work can actually hunt down Ghosts and Wolfpack, because they're the only ones that work with a blank check in order for them to actually slowly but surely take over the world. And the Ghosts and Wolfpack are the countermeasure of them, because they work in the shadows, and this organization works in the shadows. So it actually makes sense, you know? Called the Federation. And they will actually take over, but not like out in the open, more so like quietly, like showcasing, hey, if you do not obey, we have this army, and they can show it up. The easiest way for them to actually show it is like they constructed in Brazil. They go because they Brazil has connections with oil, but it so has essentials that Europe needs, even the Middle Eastern, so they can actually send ships disguised heading towards Europe, but they go to the Middle East where this country is for this terrorist organization to actually have tanks and advanced weaponry and actually help take over the Middle Eastern part. And then you establish factories over there in order for them to actually supply for some of the needs. And then you go in and go slowly but surely in case, you know, but you have to expose this. And in order to expose this, you actually need to do something big. They gather as much intel as they can. This organization, they're found out, and they start to shoot their way out of the factory. Wolfpack comes in and rescues Ghosts. Now that you, Chuni, you there? Chuni, Thomas, what do you think? Hmm? Anyways, let's keep going. Because you destroyed this factory and you have intel on this new federation that is growing up. It's like, oh, there's a factory that exploded here. Yeah, but why was there a factory over there? And it's like the Brazilian government's like, nah, that's not ours. That is governmental property. And it's like, oh, it was bought by this company. It's like, oh, that's kind of mysterious. It's like they're trying to, dig for some intel, like in the public eye, on this company. It's like, what? Why would you have a factory over here? Like, it is supposed to be green in your green area. Like, doesn't that sound kind of suspicious? Like, and it's like this is like, oh, they can. It's like the intel suggested that was one of many companies that are actually creating factories in order for them to benefit from this organization, you know. And so it's like, well, we have to expose this organization into the light. Like, how do we do it? And here's where I don't know, but this is gonna be a callback almost. They go back to the little town, but because it's like, hey, this little town is showing up a beacon of the. It's like it's on the map, and it's showing that it's active, and you're like, oh, so they're starting to recruit again over there, like possibly, and it's almost like, it seems like a trap because now they know that we got intel on them. It's like, we'll proceed with caution, and so the ghosts go in. Oh, let's put it like that, like destroy the factory. Let's use the ghosts causing some crumbling on the world that the company that had that green area for animal reserve had factory in it producing weapons. The ghosts then perceive an alert that a beacon is active in the town where Pork Parish. Let's put it in between quotes. Perish, because he didn't perish. I forgot what era is in this, which decades. It's a little bit in the future, because the first 5 missions take place in 2025. Then it's like 5 years later, it's like 2030, and then it's like 2040, almost. Because by then Elias has a kid, and well, they 2 kids and his wife, but I don't know. We'll check on the ages later. But yeah, they go in. They go in with caution. So it's like, hey, it might be a trap. It's like, yeah, but we need more clarification. So the ghosts go in like at night, and Wolfpack, before they go in, is like Wolfpack tells them, if you guys need um if you guys need help, just radio in. If not, we're coming in the morning to get you out if we lose radio contact. You know? And so the ghosts go in with caution, and once they get into the same main building, into the main building, but it's going to be different. So it's almost like you shoot your like silently your way in this building, and then you go in, and they, instead of being in a balcony, you go into the main room, and they shut down the doors, and you get captured. Oh, I forgot. Because everybody's going to ask about Riley. How could I forget about Riley? Our new dog model. JK, screw Riley. No. Riley's not going to be in a lot of missions. Riley's going to be 5 years later. To be honest, yeah, totally. The story's so good that Riley does not need to. It's like, where am I in the story? It's like, well, I'm actually thinking that in the mission, they're sending to Millis, the town to come with into a nice one with their dog Riley. The Middle Eastern mission can be Riley's first introduction, and then Riley just becomes a ghost dog. But more so, he's used instead of ghosts, he's used as wolf pack. Yeah, Thomas just left. Um, and Riley joins the wolf pack. Why the wolf pack? It's not so much that Riley cannot be a ghost. It's more so that Riley could be used to a search and rescue of the ghosts. So, for example, the ghost doll. Yeah, but you can actually put it that he's instead of the ghost dog, the wolf pack dog, because he's been around Hash, Logan, and Kick that are ghosts. He's been around somewhat with Elias, so he would know their scent. And it's like if they gone missing or if they're captured, it's like he knows their scent, and it's like Riley goes search for them. That's where this mission gonna it's going to come in because they get captured and they're taken into a bunker. No, no, into a house, into a house for questioning. You know, they get beat up. It's like, who are you? What are you doing here? Blah blah blah. Then it's like, you know, they're in a room. They're in the dark. Well, they're not. They're like in the cell. They are thrown into a cell, and then the lights go out, and Rourke. It's like the lights go out, and you're like, the screen is dark. You're like, the hell is going on? And then a familiar voice is like goes in, is and then Rourke speaks. You know, it's like it's like Rourke starts talking. You know, the room is dark, and then you just hear Rourke's voice is like, "You never cease to amaze me." And then all the lights just like this intense white lights just shine in. So floodlights. Thank you. And the floodlights, freaking dentist light hits. Yeah, I know. But it's like, and you're like surprised. It's like work. It's like you thought I was. It's like you guys look like you have seen a ghost. That line would actually weigh more in this game than it did with the original. And it's like because you don't know who Rourke is, you don't know Ajax, you don't know the ghosts. That line would actually have more weight like that than the way that they did it. because they would be surprised that this guy is alive. It's like, you're alive. It's like, oh, you. It's like, are you surprised? It's like, but we searched, we couldn't found you. Nah. it's like, it's like, nigga, please. Or like, Samuel L. Jackson says, it's like, bitch, please. So everybody is surprised. Uh, Rourke is pissed at Elias. You know that. Yes, yes. They look for him, and it's like no, and he tells you that these guys capture him, uh, torture them, well, torture him, and little by little, I know that like he tried to kill himself, but little by little through tortures and psychology, it's like, look, if you're not gonna work for us, at least get your revenge on them because they have abandoned you. Because they send in lies to him that, oh, there was no search and rescue, they would have found him by now, and it's like, instead of working for them, he's working to get his revenge on the ghost, on Elias, because Elias reach and then the chopper move and it's like it's almost like psych. But you get what I'm but you get the idea. That's the idea, to actually make it so that Rock explains that he was captured and tortured to be one of their soldiers, and he resisted, waiting for them to come and rescue him, but they never came. And he works with them to get his revenge on the ghosts. Well, primarily the ghosts, because he has no beef with Wolfpack, but he can say that the Wolfpack will fall soon after the ghosts fall, because if one falls, the other one cannot, because he knows them as heavy hitters, so they're very exposed. So for him, it's like, I can just take them out of the open and with no problem with our military, because he's thinking like that they only operate by themselves. So for him, it's like the Wolfpack are nothing. Say psych right now. Say. um, we need Thomas back, because I need him to actually make like a still image of me, and then the laser eyes for the awfully Irish. It's like, yeah. Anyways, um, Rourke beats Merrick and Elias. No, Rourke beats the ghost. I love that gif. Yeah. Say that's the wrong number. Oh. Um, Rourke beats the ghost in the cell and then shoots Elias. Here's the thing. This is going to be one of those moments that is going to be painful. But it's going to be one of the greatest for this. We can, if we finish this good, we can actually make it a trilogy. Rourke explains everything that happened to him, like torture and everything. Every time he hits them, and it's like, oof, oof. So he hits Elias, he hits Merrick, he hits Keegan, Hesh, Logan, Kick. It's like, you boys defend your father when he lets his man die. Good for you. Boom. A punch. And then he's like, come at me, bro. And then one of the most explaining. And then, or to make it more, yeah. Well, if we actually make him his, what's the real name of Rourke? COD Ghosts, because he has Rourke is almost like a last name. Yeah, Rourke is the last name. His name is Gabriel T. Rourke. So I understand of making him his brother, but no, it wouldn't work. Almost like a brother to him because of what they have lived to. So he would actually try to make it personal. It's like Elias tries to defend his son, and Rourke fights back and says, you were like a brother to me, and I was a brother to you. Yet you let me die. Boom. So I'm gonna let you die the same way you did. And then he just takes out his pistol and shoots Elias on the side. Instead of just like torturing him with unrealistic gunshots to the body and then one to the head. You know? So he shoots Elias on the side, and he's like, and he's bleeding out. And in order to actually make it like more painful, instead of that weak ass 9mm that he had on game, make it with his 44 Magnum, those BB gun bullets. Yeah, but still, make it so that he's instead of here where it's the lung, you can actually make it that he's hit over here with a 44. You know, and it hits him, and it goes. You can say it goes through, but the shock and trauma that he would have from a 44 Magnum, there, he wouldn't die instantly, but it would actually make him like you need medical attention immediately. So he shoots him one over there, and everybody's like, and he's bleeding over there. Is like, no. So for Hesh and for everybody over there, but more for Hesh and Logan, and somewhat Kick, to actually see Rourke that they considered an uncle shooting their father Elias, in that way, it would actually make it more personal, more realistic of a beef to actually settle the score with Rourke. it would make it perfect to set it up like if you make like the Federation is exposed, but Rourke escape is like the next game is hunt down this bastard and kill him. You know? And so it's like he shoots and they get all mad, but because he has a gun, they cannot do anything. And then it's like they knock on the door. It's like, "Sir, we're under attack." It's like, "I'll deal with you boys later." And he goes out and they try to hold in the wound, like try to treat him uh, with what they have. I mean, they were all beat up and they have their hands cuffed on front, well, on the back, but uh, because let's put that the door, well, not the door, that they find a way to. It's like, oh, I'm like, or mm, how do we put it? Kieran would be perfect to actually just like I grabbed a knife out of this. I grabbed something sharp from this guy's, and it's not that sharp, but it helps him. And so Keegan like frees himself and tries to free Merrick, and then he goes in and to apply medical while Merrick gets the other ones free of their ropes. And it's like the room starts shaking. It's like, what is happening? And it's like, I'm guessing Wolfpack is coming. And they're trying to treat, and you see a big explosion on the side of the building uh, that damages the door that they're in. They force it open, and they start to hop out. It's like, get a radio. We need some. Get a gun or a radio. We need to tell them to cease to come pick this up. And it's a transition more so towards the leader of the Wolfpack. It's like 5 minutes. Let's put it 10. Well, let's actually finish right now. Soldier knocks on the door, telling Rourke that they have company. Rourke leaves, and Keegan with a sharp object cuts his ropes. No, cuts his handcuffs. His plastic handcuffs, and frees Merrick for him to free the rest. Keegan tries to do medical attention to Elias. Yeah. An explosion to the building damages their cell door. They force it open and escape. Oh, and they start to make away out of the building. Ten minutes prior, the Wolfpack leader tells his unit that they're going in the town and rescue the ghosts. This is where Riley comes in more so. Because Riley, remember, we added him because he knows the sense of Hesh, Logan, and Kick. So this would actually be like follow Riley and you have him at command. So Riley joins the mission and they they go in with Blackhawks and Apaches. So they almost like go all in. So you go into like you board in, you have Riley and the Blackhawk, and you go in with your black obviously, but the Apaches like go in with cover. So it's like, and it would actually showcase one thing that instead of just the Blackhawks landing and you just going out, hello, no name. Uh, you're late, but you're in a very good moment. You can actually showcase that Riley can be chained towards the operator and then rappel down with him, and then you just free him out. It's like, war, I missed. Oh, you missed. You missed. You missed a lot. Okay, my attempt at French. Enough French for today. Context later on that. But it will showcase that. So I was at school and watching the event. Yeah, the event is going to be 40 minutes more, but still. Don't worry about it. They're going to repeat it. It's the same as the Know Your History one. Um, so you rappel down. Well, you're roped down, actually. That's the correct term. You rope down with Riley. You release Riley, and the Apaches are providing fire cover, you know, for you, while they get ready an AC-130. So you go. So it's like if they attack them, the objective is to find. So Riley is like, Riley, go find them. You know, it's like, oh, follow Riley. Riley must have got their scent. To the town. Um, you rappel down with Riley, and he starts to search for the ghosts. You fight your way into a big house. And you just find a soldier that smells kick tells you where they are. And you go with Riley. Sheep. Um, is that Scheite? I'm not sure. I don't speak German. I don't know German. I just know Dankeschön, Gaza, Volkswagen. I know that the Germans don't pronounce the W as W. Instead of what, they said fat. Anyways, that's shit. Oh, all right. Thanks. Now I know. All right. Get a little back on track. So you go. Oh, right. She's. Shit. All right. He tells. Okay. So Riley smells someone. He directs you to a big house. Uh, that only has a soldier that smells like kick. You question him. It's like where they are. Where you keep your. Where are the ghosts? It's like I don't know. There's some people that we captured that are in the cell underneath the big the main building. It's like, are you sure? And he's like, yes, yes, yes. I don't know anything else. And, and you kill him. You kill him. And it's like Riley, get his son and it's like let's go to the big building. Like Riley, stack up. So you head towards the big building. And start to shoot your way in. Yeah, you start to shoot your way in, and and you and you hear on the radio that Merrick is calling for medevac because Elias is bleeding out. Now that I've watched the event, it sounds like the nuke event. Yeah. Um, don't spoil it. I want to watch it by myself. Anyways, so what ends up happening is that you go in and you start to fight your way towards the main building with Riley. In that time, Rourke goes out on a jeep, like on a vehicle, and like the Apaches try to shoot him down. It's like no, it's like don't shoot him. We need the intel. Just like let's try to keep a drone on him on that vehicle. You shoot the bad guys. It's like you hear on the radio on open channel. It's like Merrick calling for help because Elias bleeding out, and you're like, we're coming in. And it's like we're going to be waiting on the rooftop. So So the Apache shoots its missiles on the barricade. It's like, we're sending a Black Hawk to your location with medevac. It's like ETA 5 minutes. And the famous line happens that happens in with every military mission. It's like, bullshit, nothing takes 5 minutes. Yeah, it sounds intense. What the hell? Oh. So, with that, then we can actually say, hey, shit, notifications. God damn it, notifications. Hang on a sec. I gotta clear out this mute. Oh my god. It does sound intense because you're having it's like they're telling you one of the main uh ghosts is bad, it's bleeding out, and you're like, holy shit, we need to rescue him. So you actually have to move. So it's like you fight your way in, you fight your way towards the roof, and when you open, it's like, let's say that door is, well, the door is not shut, but it's like almost, so you like bash in, and it's almost like a cutscene trigger. Let's put Elias is bleeding out. You fight your way into the building, and then to the roof. And when you arrive, to the roof, well, no, it's not going to trigger cutscene. It's more so like an event. When you arrive to the roof, you try to help them contain the bleeding of Elias's wound. But he tells his kids that he is this is going to be a sad one. Hear me out. You arrive to the roof, and you're like, holy shit, Elias is bleeding out. So you go in and try to help, like, contain the building because you have a med kit, and then it's like hang on, and he can only tell his kids that he's proud of them, and then he passes out right then and there, right as the chopper, well, as the Black Hawk with medics arrives. Tell me if that doesn't make you feel emotions. That would be intense because it's like you rush to save him, but it's like, yes, like, damn, so close. So now the boys, like everybody, yeah, they try so hard but got so far, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. Like King Park. But still, that would create an intense moment because then it's like you played as Elias in the first 5 missions. Well, not in the first 5 missions, but you played in the first missions as Elias, and then Elias is is taken out. And now you have to have revenge against work. Not so much against the Federation, but more so against work. So it's Ghost against work, and it's Wolfpack against the Federation. So now your objective is to actually find Rourke and take him out, but you can't. It's like for as much as as Logan Hesh wants the guy dead, like everybody wants Rourke dead because of what he did. It would actually make it so that your mission is to kill him. It's like, yeah, but we can't. We need to expose this organization first in order for us to make it a little bit easier to actually find his hiding spots. And even though it's a trap, you can actually capture him or just like, make him feel the pain that he made you feel. They take Elias's body back to base, and the intel that was in the area of operation makes gives them the chance to expose this new threat to the world. This is going to be an interesting one because we need to create a scenario where they are going to go all in. You know? Oh. Oh, it's going to be part 2? Damn, I got to hurry. But let's make this one quick because we did 3 missions in 1 hour. We can at least make 3 in what, half an hour? I think. Yeah, we have time. So let's get back to it. So now your mission is to expose this. Well, it's not company well, it's like a company in a way, but it's more so companies are investing in this organization called the Federation. That it would actually help them actually, achieve their domination in the world through secrecy. It's more so like silent overtake, and then just like have these companies benefit from that. So it's almost like, well, they're actually having a meeting in a place. What I'm actually thinking is that it has to be an event. Any ideas while I get quick water? Because this is going to be a very interesting one. What I'm actually thinking is that, let's make it that they have, too much homework. Let's make it that it is an event, almost like a military event, and everything is exposed. Not 4th of July. Mm, let's put it. Oh, I know. Uh, let's put it that they have this parade in Russian mountains. No, what did I miss in part two? We actually created three missions. They were actually explained. I added two more within those three missions in order for them to actually explain how the ghosts do their missions and how the wolf pack does theirs. So not much change. Um, just some minor details here and there, but the whole detailed version I have it written down. I think I would have it once we finish this. I would have it ready in a few days, and I would actually post it a link on it. But first, I need to copyright it and all that shit. So we can actually make an event, and I'm thinking because people would like snowy maps, but I believe that a snowy map variation of one of the maps that we have already introduced can be possible. So let's have a different urban area. Let's have it as quarry. Let's have it at a near a mining town that they're having their festivity and everything. The location that I'm thinking would be uh, northern part of Europe. I think Norway, Finland. No, they have Norway coal mine. Images. Yeah, they have coal mines in Norway. And Norway doesn't pose like a threat, but because it has coastal and near Finland, and it's near mountains, so you have like a snowy mountain or town. The first one of the, no, God damn it, Eastern Europe images, images of Eastern Europe. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Uh, Everybody in favor that they invade Romania, say aye. Romania is near Transylvania, so it would make it a Halloween seem easier. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Romania. All right, we got it. We got our country. They invade, like they take over this little town. Why not? There's already goats. Yeah, I know. Uh, EFL. What do you mean? Anyways, they take over this, like they're trying to take over this town of Romania because it has coal and they can actually make like factories in silent with these companies. So it's almost like a parade that they're, oh, this company has already a bunch of factories, but because nobody knows that in secret they're going to produce weapons and they're going to take over this town, like militaristic, because these guys are um It's like they're having a parade. Well, not a parade. But it would be like one of their bases. Like they took over this town. But I'm thinking of a great offensive, and it won't happen. The four horsemen of letter, except memes, they're the only EFL. Hmm. Actually, you know what? There's a better place. Thank you, Per. Um. Uh. God goes severed. Where in the Atacama Desert? Thank you, South America. In Chile. Thank you, Chile. Why not put that? Because remember, they manage on corruption. Uh, this federation, so they have factories and they have a base of operations in the Qatar Desert. Yeah, place the Atacama Desert in Chile. Like they pay the government money to act. No, Chile. It's not a. It's not Peru. They're different countries. So because they have paid that government to actually like, oh, this is going to be like an observatory, private, and we're going to help with astronomy, and they don't help shit with it, but they have factories that are over there, and they have like a launching site for their own satellites. Here's the kicker, and here's where it goes too. It's like they discover, it's like, we need to attack this place, we need to destroy it. Thus the government knows of the existence of this factory. It's like, no, but if we expose it to the world that they have this big installation, we can actually send in our crew. So they actually send like in an exercise type. They send with the Chilean forces. They sent not only the wolf pack, but they sent like a lot of, well, not a lot of tanks, but they send like a lot of forces over there. Tanks, Chinooks that carry the tanks, the Galaxies that carry the tanks. Um, and they say, oh, it's just like an exercise for the desert. We don't want to test it in the Middle East in combat we might encounter, so we want to test it with you guys in order for you to be trained uh, in the desert with your artillery. And you're like, oh, okay. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds reasonable enough, even though it's suspicious. But you have the ghost there. You send the ghost in with a halo jump at night, or almost early morning. Like at two like at 2 a.m. They send halo jump in that location, and they have the drone, and the drone is starting to capture all these images in this sector. And like, hey, that's not an astrology or an astronomy observation point. That looks like a huge military base in the desert. And it was like for this company, it's almost like expose. Another company, and you could say in South America, but then it's like in the end, it's almost like, oh, this company in this sector and this and this and this and blah blah. So you expose that federation to the world, so they cannot hide. These companies cannot hide their business that easily, so they have to do like damage control and everything, and they have to be more secret. But that actually helps them even though it would quiet like in public, but the information you would know that it will be within the dark places where the ghosts, the CIA, the spies of MI6 can go in and get this intel. They need to destroy the thing. Yes. So they find out that there's huge base of operations in the Atacama Desert. In purchased territory by a company that is helping this that is helping the Federation arm itself and distribute to the rest of the world. Kind of like the one in Brazil, hiding in the jungle. It would actually make sense and would actually tie it a little bit with advanced warfare. Private military corporations uh, could have the possibility of overthrowing governments or overtaking certain areas and doing business only with certain companies in order to grow. It actually fits. Those go in. Those jump in. In you can say that, oh, 2 a.m. Oh, it's a Halo exercise in the desert, and then we're gonna go and pick him up. In a Halo exercise. In the facility. To take intel station and its network. During the process, they find out that Rourke is in the facility. They have to escape because they are discovered. Back. No. A nice, Shinny. Not at 2 a.m. Let's put it that they, like, before dawn, that they do this halo jump inside the desert. And now it's like, okay, um, we got intel and everything. Let's go and get Rourke because we find out that Rourke is here. It's like, yeah, but we gotta. It's like, dude, we got into. We gotta get out of here. We gotta expose this. So it's like, oh, we're found out because, well, not of bodies, more so because Rourke was awake, and it's like, wait a minute, this seems like ghost movement. It's like they're here. They're here, alert, maximum alert. And instead of going out, it's more so they open the channel of communication, and they start radioing in all frequencies. Uh, like a brief burst of saying, "Hey, uh, their code name. Let's put this is Spectre 2-1, requesting immediate support. We're under attack by unknown combatants in the Atacama Desert." And you're like, but there's no hostile forces over there. And that's why they have like drones patrolling, and then it's like, ooh, hey, it's like that's not supposed to be there. What the hell is going on? Like that part of this was purchased by this company in order to do observatory things. The fuck? They sent it. They sent out a distress signal calling for support. So then it's like, hey, like we need to go in, like, and then it's like U.S. forces go in, as well as you could say like the Chilean army goes in as well. Just I'm like, mm, yeah, let's put it like that. Like they go in, it's like, and so um, they go in, they start to attack the base. You go in as Wolfpack, and you have Riley. It's like Riley, uh, is like Wolfpack is going to go in and help the ghosts. The rest of you boys destroy the base and contain and capture as many as you can. You know, like No Name said, we gotta destroy the thingy. The thingy has to be gone. Capture as many as you can. If they don't surrender, so you go in like tank. That they're deploying tanks and everything, and you go in a Black Hawk. And it's like, oh, we're here. It's like, oh, you're reunited with the ghost. It's like, Rourke is here. I want him. No, Hesh. Um, oh, what goes in with tanks and air support. Once go off to pursue Rourke. Yeah. So they want to pursue Rourke. It's like, no, we go in. It's like, and then like a bad RPG hits where you are at, and it's like you get and Hesh and Logan go and run, and it's like going after Rourke. It's like Hesh, Logan, come back. It's like And then it's like, Riley, go with them, make sure they're safe. Like Doggo Ghost. The wolf pack fights to take over the facility. Attention to the world. So you fight as a wolf pack, kicking ass around the facility. We take over as like, oh, we need well, the advanced weapons. They're not they're not like advanced. They're more so like the ones that are in tests. Like M13s, the kilos, weapons like that. Like ACR types. Um, then it's like you go to this main facility, and it's like you fight your way in. It's like we got control. It's like you disable the AA turrets and SAM turrets. It's like we have control of the AA guns and the SAM turrets. It's like all units, all units finish the assault. Tanks and everything. And you go outside and you ride a tank just because it's like you hear that Hesh, um, like Hesh and Logan are pursuing. Well, you can put it in a train, but instead of what the one that is on rails, it's more so. Oh yeah, you can put it like that. That train. So you're pursuing, and it's like, oh, they're going in a second location. It's like we need a Humvee or we need something, and it's like, oh, there's a tank over here, fully equipped. And like we can grab this and go inside. It's like, all right, let's go. So you ride a tank and go to the second part of the facility. Like, go and catch Hesh and Logan before they do something stupid, and you shoot your way through the little resistance that the Federation has left. That is trying to assemble in the second part of the Atacama Desert. So you go in and you see the train, and and you see that there's an explosion happening, and it's like falls apart in half, and the other one is like 115. Yeah, play Elena Sigmund. We're almost over. Don't worry. And so it's like Hash Logan, and you rush, like you see them fall, and an explosion happens, and it's like black, and it's like 10 minutes later you play Logan going with Hash and Riley pursuing Rourke, going to the train and fighting their way to the train. What what happens is that you hear in the comments, it's like, kid, you're just kids. You're never gonna understand what our world is like. Come on, man. They at least got a taste, so they understand it a bit, maybe not fully. So then it's like, oh, the fight continues through the train, and you see you're going to access the next card, like in the middle. Well, well, not like in the middle, like before ah the second to last cargo passenger actually. Um, what ends up happening is that you see Rourke, and it's like he jumps towards with you towards your cargo, and he starts to fight you. You know, like you try to shoot him, but he fist fights with you, um, and he beats you. You know, like you try to beat him, but then he gets the upper hand on you too. And even though Riley jumps to get it back, um, Rourke shoots him on the leg. I know it's animal abuse, but hey, it's ideas. Uh, so Rourke shoots him in the leg, and he jumps out, and it's like he has a gun pointed at Hedge, and you try to point yours, but he's like, not so fast, kiddo. And it's like you have him soaked, and it's like, damn it, like why you did it, and he's like, you would never understand what what it feels like to be abandoned. And he you know, because the door is open, it's like, we'll finish this later. And he jumps to the second to last passenger, and he is like, you're gonna jump to get him, but he closes the door, and he shows you that he has a detonator. He detonates, and he separates the passengers, so the train goes down, and it's like you brace yourself. So he escapes. The Federation is exposed. He escapes, but he knows that you're coming. You don't know anything. Yeah, he escapes. Um, so you hear in the comms the Wolfpack leader saying, "Hey, Cash, Logan, yeah, train go boom." uh, so you crash, like you survive, like you see the tank that you were in, and you jump, and the Wolfpack leader jumps out, and it's like, Hesh, Logan, Riley, are you okay? And he gets you out, and it's like, he escaped. We couldn't, we had him, and he went away, and it's like, don't worry, the Federation is exposed. He has little places to hide now. So now you have a proper sequel for Ghosts 2. You have a motivation of the kids going to hunt him because they kill his father. You have the motivation of the wolf pack hunting down the Federation. So now you have what it would be. Rourke's faction, I think we would make him like it would be like almost like the Ghost Killers. Ghostbusters wouldn't be. That's trademark. Um, because you have Ghost, you have Wolfpack, you have ISIL, Federation. Yeah, I think that would be enough enemies. So the Federation would be like Rourke. Mm, yeah. So you got four factions, two friendlies, two enemies, and that would be a very good one, because you would have motivation for Hesh and Logan. You would have a nice continuation because you have to give closure not only to the Hesh and Logan, but Federation going down. And then you can have a cutscene, and then you can showcase that in this facility they were trying to build Odin, and you were like, "We got him." And like they were trying to build this, and you show a prototype of Odin. It's like, what the hell is that? That's like, that's a satellite filled with rods. They were gonna use this as a weapon to actually terrorize people. Ain't that a way to actually introduce Odin? And they're like, oh, let's destroy it. It's like, no, let's take it and make it ours. This will be our ultimate weapon in case we can destroy the Federation. So that would be a nice introduction to Ghost 2. An excuse to actually have the Odin satellite like taken. Like you can make it like it's destroyed publicly, but you keep it and you send it in space and you maintain it there as a weapon against the Federation. The Federation doesn't know about it. Not until Ghost 2 happens. So they have their factories, you confirm it, and then you use the rods to actually destroy it. Instead of actually sending gun runs and have explosives over there. So, and that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do a proper story for for a Call of Duty. A round of applause. We finished. We actually finished. I told you we were gonna finish because it's not actually properly set up. Because you can actually showcase the Federation doesn't have to be countries united. It has been shown that organizations, like PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, and Google, even Disney, how many companies have other companies under their umbrella? Now, it's no secret that in the past, maybe not so much right now, but there are secret companies that have other companies under their wing, or they have a big company, but all the other ones that are below are shell companies. Because it's all the ideology of the one above, but even so, they have different models on those shell companies. They still work. So it's like tax evasion. It's not so uncommon nowadays. So it can actually work. And now you have a proper revenge story. Rourke, why he wants revenge on Elias and a ghost. Why Hesh and Logan want to kill Rourke so bad, not just because he killed their father in front of them, but more so why is it more personal for them? Why it feels so much gut wrenching. But hey, we're finished. We're finished, and I'm let me before I finish the stream, like Wolfpack fights need to take over. Make sure they have enough. Showing in a fully equipped enemy tank. Hordes them. Whole way. Enemies down. See the train fall. And you rush towards crash. You jump back 15 minutes ago. Stolen. You follow Hesh and Riley at work. Try to get in the train where he is, and you confront him in the third to last passenger. God damn it, parts of a fucking train. A passenger car. God damn it. And on both Hesh and Logan and Riley jumps over him to give the boys fighting chance, but Rourke shoots Riley on the leg. Oh, we can actually make that Rourke shoots Hesh on an arm in order for him to actually like saying, "Hey, I could have killed you, but I didn't." um, he escapes, jumping to the second to last car, and detonates the detonates the grips of the third class car to escape and end the goats' pursue on him. To survive the crash and get medical. As they all reunite to the main part of the facility, they discover bare bones floating. They discover an Odin satellite. Ready to launch. Oh shit. Discover an Odin satellite ready to launch. To be used as against countries. Wouldn't be the first time they take it to the US in secret. And detonate the And this no destroy the facility. Finally exposing the Federation to the world and the hunt for them and for Rourke starts. Yay, we finished. It's finished. We have done it. Now it's written. But hey, how long did it? It was 2:20. So we got 2 hours 20, 3 hours 20 because the last one was. So it's 5:40. And almost a day's work. We finished a campaign properly. It's written generally, but still the details can be. I don't want to use chime in. I don't know where I got it, but still, better story. I know, but in a day's work, we finished a story, a proper generalized story. We can put in the details later on in order, like dialogues and everything, in order for the story to come to life. Then you need the proper actors for it. I'm not sure about the actors. I was thinking about the original cast, but since they have aged, um, and Activision is like getting this voice actors, I'm not sure if we can get the same ones, but at least we can actually give them proper dialogues, give them a proper story, a proper continuation towards it. With this, we can actually set it up that a proper way that actually Rourke survives. You know, he's like, oh, it's like he disables his fighters and goes away because he knows that he wants revenge, but not like this, not when he doesn't have the upper hand. That's why when the wolf pack attacked the small town, it's like, I don't have the upper hand anymore. I need to go away. I'll finish business with these kids later. But anyways, we have actually finished the rewrite of the campaign of Call of Duty Ghosts. Even though it's in the event of Warzone, but hey, at least this is the proper way to actually write a story, and we did it within a day's work because this is going to be almost 6 hours. You know, the three streams combined is going to be like 6 hours, but still, it is proper. I can actually put in the details later when I have I have time later on, but still during the days, I can actually insert little pieces of dialogue that would actually manage to it. Um, we did it. We did it. And thank you for being here, Shuni, and everybody watching. Um, if you like it, a like, subscribe to the channel, share this stream. It might get to Activision. If Activision or Infinity Ward is watching this, contact me. I will. Let's talk. You want this? Let's have it. Talks of negotiation. I mean, it's not going for free. That I can assure you. But hey, we can get into a price. I mean, you're a multi-millionaire company. But let's just have a small discussion how this can impact. And hey, we just finished one of three things. We're going to the second part. The second part is multiplayer. And that one is going to be Saturday. Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time. Don't miss it. We're going to discuss about the multiplayer. I like the multiplayer because I was and clan wars, like with my friends, going at it almost the whole time. So we're gonna discuss multiplayer. We're gonna discuss weapons first, because even though it has poor variation of weapons, I mean, it doesn't have enough. I understand the setup of the game for them to actually not have enough weapons. But hey, let's make it better. So tune in Saturday, 2 p.m. Central. I'll be seeing you until I'll be seeing you tomorrow, I think. I'll be in the chat of Sergeant's Corner stream at 5 p.m. So stay tuned. And as always, Manuel out. Thanks for being here, Shooty.